Court is calling 2025 CR 0086679 State versus Samuel Joe Badillo Jr. Can I have parties announced?
Melissa Christian for the defendant.
And are you Mr. Badillo?
Yes, ma'am.
State, are you proceeding with the
I'm
enhancement?
sorry. We moved to waive the enhancement proceed as part one.
Any objection?
No objections.
Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance penalty group 2, 1 to 4 grams? That's a third-degree felony.
Yes.
Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. According to the plea, there's a $1,000 fine and the state recommends deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offense as charged, how do you plea?
No contest.
All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, Mr. Badillo is very young. He's 22 years old. He's not employed at the moment, but he has independently been working on his GED. He got as far as 9th grade. He is not married. He does not have any children. He and I discussed the benefits of deferred adjudication. And we also discussed how important it is for him to immediately pounce on doing those 200 hours of community service and any classes or anything that the probation department might recommend. He is very interested in getting his GED and moving on with his life.
All right. So why have you not graduated high school? What happened?
I had dropped out.
Why?
I had family issues.
What type of family issues?
Got kicked out.
Why? I mean, there's a reason. I mean, if you have loving parents, you don't just come home one day and they kick you out.
I mean, it's just like the mother instead that, my mother chose her boyfriend over her son. So
All right. So, but why did she agree to kick you out?
she just did, I'm not, honestly, I don't know.
So do you have any siblings
Yes, ma'am.
and brothers, sisters?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, do you have brothers or sisters or both?
Well, 2 sisters, 1 brother.
All right. And how old are your sisters
17 and 12,
and your brother?
10.
All right. So do they have any problems with so just you?
My mother's no longer with my stepdad, so.
So who's your family support?
Yeah,
All right, just one moment. I'm sorry. Sorry, that's concerning another matter, another case that we've been waiting on. You're welcome. All right. So who's your support system?
my aunt.
All right. And will your aunt allow you to live with her?
Yes, ma'am.
And then the next thing is, what type of warrant did you have? Because I read in the police report that there was another warrant that was outstanding. What was that about?
Lauren.
Parole warrant? Is that from youth? He was a juvenile?
Is that a TYC warrant?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's an adult warrant from Bear County?
And you're saying a parole warrant?
I don't think that's right.
No, I don't either. I mean, did you go to prison?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what did you go to prison for?
Family violence.
All right, and was it prison or was it jail?
For
How much time did you do in prison on that case?
a year. They gave me a 4-year sentence.
Oh, they gave you a 4-year sentence and you did a year on it? All right. And are you still on parole?
Yes, ma'am.
And have you had a parole hearing yet?
They told me I wasn't gonna have a hearing until after this case was dealt with.
Okay, so counsel, do you want to go forward with this, knowing that he's on parole? Or do you want to discuss with him what potentially could happen?
We had discussed it previously, and this is now ringing a bell with me that we had discussed this previously, but that was a situation, Judge, that case, he probably never should have taken a plea to prison in that case. And the parole board, the fact that the parole board was willing to wait to see what was going to happen here indicated to me that this is probably the best course just to go forward with the deferred.
So do you know who the complainant is in that case? Because then I want you to make sure that you don't have contact with that complainant.
Who was the complainant, Mr. Bailey?
My uncle and my mother.
All right, your uncle and your mother, and the aunt that you're staying with, she's not married. I know sometimes people will call their aunt's husband their uncle. So this uncle is not married to the aunt, is it?
No.
All righty. Complicated
very
family.
complicated, unfortunately.
All right, so what were you doing using drugs?
I was having a little mental issues after,
What type of issues?
like depression, anxiety, and that's really the only thing that I could think about going to was drugs.
All right, so this is what I can tell you. One, I'm going to try to give you conditions that can solve all these issues or at least put you on the right path. But I've done parole hearings in the past. Sometimes they wait to see what's happening on this case because then it makes it easier for them, right? And when I say easier for them, you enter a plea on this, whether it's deferred or not. They look at it as conviction, right? But I'm going to grant your application. We're going to try to get you some help. Hopefully, this probation will get you on the right track. And whether it gets you on the right track or not, 100% dependent upon you. But if for some reason your parole ends up being revoked, your attorney can come back and we'll see what we can do about this. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to a $1,000 fine. That will be probated. 3 years deferred adjudication, proof of employment 40 days after release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. There's going to be 200 hours of community service restitution. 100 of those hours will be deemed satisfied upon completion of a GE or some type of trade school certification. And since I know that you just went to prison for the family violence, the remaining 100 hours will be deemed satisfied once you complete an anger management course. There's going to be field visits 1 time per month till further notice. And I'm going to do a referral to felony drug court. That's going to be in custody. That will take care of, they have dual diagnosis. So if you have mental health issues, they'll be able to address that. Drug issues, they'll be able to address that. But you have to be honest with them. And what I can tell you, if you're in the felony drug court program, if you get accepted, that will be something that could help you with your parole. Okay, so that referral will be done in custody. They should be able to have us an answer back this week since it's Monday. Out of custody, we can do the TAP evaluation and mental and MIC. Probation, is there anything else?
Are you making anger management one of the conditions, Judge?
Yes. All right, we can go off the record. You're young and you've been to prison. And I know there are certain things that happen in prison and it's not a great place to be. But this is your chance to get your life on track. Please do not go out and start having children because you're not ready to have children at this stage because you have the parole matter, you have this. And so your life is a little bit in flux. You don't have a job, you don't have your education yet. So before you even think about having a child, get this under your belt, get parole under your belt. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. In this court, communication is key. If there's an issue, don't just disappear. Let probation, you know you're having an issue. If they're not responding to you, you can come back to court. And counsel, if he ends up being revoked, you can come back to court with this matter.
Okay, Judge, thank you.
All right, thank you. Yes. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 011309, State versus Daniel Cantu Jr. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Lauren Espinoza for the state.
Michael Dwight going to the defense, Your Honor.
And are you Daniel Cantu Jr.?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Daniel Cantu Jr. who's placed on deferred adjudication in 2024 CR 011309 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1 to 4 grams on January 7, 2025 for a period of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state, you may proceed.
State's proceeding on violated condition number 1, which reads on or about the 19th day of July, 2025. In Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Daniel Cantu Jr., committed the offense of terroristic threat in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
And do you waive the
Yes.
other allegation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, the proposed agreement is to amend the conditions to add IOP, monthly UA, sober support, as well as MRT program.
All right. Are you asking the court to follow this agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes.
All right. So what is going on with regards to this number one, the terroristic threat? What is that about?
Being
Well, no,
that,
no, no. I'm asking the
Okay.
state. I don't know if your attorney wants you to say anything.
if I could briefly summarize the
Yes.
evidence that's on the record, Your Honor. My client was driving around the North Star Mall, trying to find a parking space for work. He parked there, or he tried to park, got in an argument with somebody else about the parking space, and he drove off. Security guard called the police and said the security guard thought he had been drinking before he was driving. He parked somewhere else, and he went to work, and later on, he was arrested at work for a DWI third. And that's when he committed this terroristic threat. So right now, we have a case where the police arrested for DWI when he did not see him driving at all.
Okay.
And there are blood tests in this matter, Your Honor. Before we plead to a DWI third, we'd like the blood results to come back. Now, we fully admit that he was drinking that day in violation of probation. There's no doubt about that.
Okay. Any objections to the court reviewing the court summary?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
All right. And what are the conditions for the DWI? Are there any conditions of bond on that?
Not,
There's an initial interlock, Judge. And Your Honor, that case is turned out in court. Terroristic threat is next door in number 15.
Oh, it's in number 15? So it's a misdemeanor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I thought you said it was a felony.
No, I apologize. It's a felony DWI. Yes, that's in pre-indictment court.
Oh, okay.
I apologize if I wasn't clear, Judge.
All right. So state while you're finding that, probation,
Yes, sir.
is this your recommendation?
I would probably add DWI education and taking the impact panel.
All right, thank you.
I do want to point out to the court that the recommendation from his CAP evaluation completed in May was intensive outpatient treatment, monthly analysis, and sober support meeting.
All right. Well, just in case ignition interlock is not ordered, has it been ordered or not?
yes, Judge, it shows that there's ignition interlock as well as random UAs, and then on this, yeah. Those are two on there.
All
And
right.
ignition interlock's already been installed, Your Honor.
All right. Probation,
Yes, sir.
what is the case number for the
Sure.
DWI?
The DWI, Your Honor.
EF 28077.
All right, this is what the court will do then. Court will deny the motion and alter and amend conditions to include intensive outpatient treatment, 60 sober meetings in 60 days, ignition interlock, and that ignition interlock probation is to be concurrent with 2025 PF 28077.
Yes,
So
Your
you
Honor.
only need one ignition interlock. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And is this the only case that he has a warrant for?
I believe so, Your Honor.
All right, so then, in this case, I'll ask that the warrant be recalled. Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, ma'am.
Probation, is there anything else? He's not already doing that or no? All right, there's to be monthly UA, proof of employment within 45 days. No employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors, regular reporting, Zoom or in person, field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. Anything else probation? All right. Here on out, we can go off the record. In this court, you're on probation. So you're looking at potentially 10 years if your probation were revoked. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If there's something that you need to let probation know. If you feel they're not addressing the issue, you can come back and address it with the court. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 0048887. State versus Juan Alberto Martinez. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Jason Garahan for the state, Your Honor.
Robert Featherston representing Mr. Martinez.
And you are Mr. Martinez? All right, your attorney has filed a motion for a bond reduction. State, have you had a chance to review the motion?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you waive notice?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So according to this, your client is charged with manufacturing, delivery, controlled substance penalty group 1. Let me see. Is it over 400 grams?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Over 400 grams. The bond is currently set at $25,000. According to your motion, and you're asking for the bond to be reduced?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. Do you have any witnesses?
No witnesses other than Mr. Martinez.
All right. Could you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Juan Alberto Martinez.
All right. Counsel, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Martinez, you have a great concern about a family member. Who is that?
My mother was just diagnosed with cancer a week ago. And Mr. President has been doing a lot for me. but my case has been turned over from DA to DA to DA. I'm innocent of this charge, but I'm pleading to the court in any way that you all can help me. I mean, I'm willing to do anything you would say, but I am my mom's oldest son. She doesn't deserve to die alone. But I am innocent of this charge, but I would plead no contest to the court, whatever, if somehow I can get probation, whatever stipulation you can put, whatever.
All
I
right,
would
so
have-
this is
oh.
not,
No, but I'm
the
just
time
stating
for
that I have,
equalization.
that's the problem with my mother. She got cancer. That's what he's stating, my mom.
Your Honor, if it pleases the court, he's under a great deal of stress because of this issue with his mom. He originally started with the PR bond and then his bonding agency asked for a bond increase as a result of some issues associated with his bond. I think the state will probably go into more detail in that. But we're respectfully requesting that the court reconsider a PR bond for him. There is no violence involved in this particular case. And he would like to be able to provide some assistance to his mom. I'll pass it.
I don't really have any questions in this particular case.
all right, so, does he have any funds?
Judge, I'm appointed to his case. He is indigent, and I do not think that he has any funds that he can draw on, considering what has now happened to his mom, which was his sole source of income prior. I don't think that she's going to be able to come up with any money in order to be able to get him out on a bond. He has no bank account, no personal property, no real property to rely upon in order to get anything other than what you want.
All right. So what I'm gonna do then, because you're saying there's no amount of bond he can make, he needs a PR bond. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So in this case, Ms. Ferguson, have him evaluated for a PR bond. And once the evaluation is complete, we'll have him brought back. It shouldn't take that long.
Your Honor, you were most kind, and I thank the court.
All right. So Norm, I want him evaluated for a PR bond, and then we'll place him back on the docket as soon as that completed. It should be done by next week, hopefully. All right. Thank you.
Hey, Pops. Hold on for 1 second.
No, they don't have to pay anything for a PR bond. Well, let me strike that.
No.
Usually a PR bond, the fee is 3%, but normally a court will waive a PR bond fee because they don't have any money to pay it. All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 0000427 State versus Ashley Rodriguez. Can I have parties announced?
For the state,
All right, probation, this is an application. You're charged with driving while intoxicated with a child under 15. That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. There's a $2,000 fine. They're taking in consideration 2025 CC 011952. And there's to be restitution to Victor Flores. Did you understand that to be the plea?
yes, sir.
Then to the offenses charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No purpose.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, I mean, this is her first criminal offense. I mean, obviously, situation she is at right now that the court has her attention. I believe she's going to be a very good probationer, and you're not going to hear from her again, Judge.
All right, so how often have you been drinking?
I haven't since then.
All right, so here's the thing, and I tell this to people all the time. When I was a defense attorney, I never had a client who said, my intention was to go out, get as intoxicated as I could, drive, hit someone. I've never had anybody say that. But the problem is when you go out drinking, you lose control of your normal faculties, both mental and physical. And then you go out and you hit somebody. And you had a child in the vehicle that could have easily been a dead child. That could have easily been a child that was severely injured, because usually, and I haven't done the statistics on this, my professor would be upset with me for saying this. But normally what I see, the person who drinks and drive, they usually end up walking away. The passengers end up being injured. The person they hit ends up being injured. You just have the soccer mom or the grandfather who's just enjoying their life and somebody's drinking and they hit them. You're one of those people who cannot drink alcohol at all. And while you're on this probation, you're not allowed to drink alcohol at all.
Yes, ma'am.
So don't drink. You don't need to have alcohol to have a good time.
Yeah, and I've been sober since then. I haven't touched any beer, nothing, and I'm not trying to either, especially because of my kids and my granddaughter.
Okay. All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is finding you guilty. Are you employed?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do?
I work at O'Reilly's.
Auto parts.
Yeah.
Ah.
parts.
Okay. Well, you know, but now that song is going to be in my head forever. Thank you a lot.
But mine too, Judge.
That song's been in my head, especially because I did the parade for work.
So do you sell parts and give people
Yes.
advice?
I'm a dispatcher. I sell parts, I pull parts, I make sales, everything, basically.
All right. Court is going to sentence you 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 4 years. There's a $2,000 fine that will be probated. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be a TAP evaluation out of custody. Follow TAP recommendations, with the exception if they recommend inpatient treatment, we'll start with outpatient treatment. There's going to be 30 sober meetings in 30 days, 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order the parenting classes. Once the parenting classes are complete, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Field visits 1 time per month for 3 months. Ignition interlock for half the term. A 2-year driver's license suspension. The victim impact panel, live DWI education course. And there's to be restitution, if any, to Victor Flores. Norma, I need a restitution hearing in 3 weeks, please. That's 3 weeks? Yes, no problem. I was like, are we already there? All right, September 16th, the state is going to come in. State on this case, September 16th, that will be our restitution hearing. Taking consideration 2025 CC 011952. Probation, is there anything else? All right, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Just anything that what I could do to stay out of trouble, which I still have
I
been.
think you're good.
All right, just make sure you communicate with probation. That's a big start, okay? If there's anything you need, just let us know. Let probation officer know. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can come back to court. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and does she only have a warrant on this case? All right, so, and the court will recall the warrant. All right, thank
Thank you,
you.
Judge.
Joshua Gonzalez,
Good morning, Judge.
good morning. So where are we on discovery?
Discovery wise, we're fine, Judge. My client wants to replace me with different counsel.
Mhm.
He's not cooperative with me. He has suggestions which I disagree with. And he's got a pro se motion in his hand, wanting to replace me as counsel.
All right, so are you gonna hire your own attorney?
I was seeing it up in the appointment from what he different from me.
No, this is your attorney. And so here's the thing. Here's the thing. You can either talk to your attorney or not talk to your attorney.
It's not that me not wanting to talk to my attorney. He's been given certain types of evidence that he's not willing to share with the DA, messages, things that have happened to my wife.
Let me ask you something. Here's the thing. Maybe if he is not sharing something with the prosecutor, maybe it may be because it's in your best interest that it not be shared. So I don't know anyone, this has to be the only profession where people get an attorney and they think that we have no knowledge, that all we're doing is talking. But there's a lot of knowledge behind that. And everybody thinks that they can be an attorney without having gone to law school. I have yet to meet anyone who goes to see a doctor, and if they're ill, they go to the doctor and then they get their second opinion or whatever, and then they say, you know what, doctor, I know better than you. So this is your attorney. If you want another attorney, you are more than welcome to have one, but you will have to hire that attorney. Do you understand?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to set this for a plea deadline date. Norma, set this for a plea deadline date, the 3rd week in September, please.
If I can speak freely on,
I don't know if your attorney wants you to speak freely, but I was willing to listen.
Judge.
there's a person that this happened to on this case has made false police reports and everything else.
Mhm.
He's not willing to share any of this with the DA.
Big state, he's saying that somebody made a false police report on this.
Not to my knowledge, Your Honor.
January 25th. You haven't told him anything, right?
So we're gonna come back on September 18th. I'll need an acknowledgement of discovery completed. All right, so we're gonna bring you back on September 18th. September 18th will be your plea deadline date. And then next date will be a jury trial date.
That'll work good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Jacob Andrade. All right, yes.
I believe you had a discovery setting. The very first initial setting was a discovery setting. At that
Yes.
setting, we got a offer from the state that was a time limit. We conveyed that offer. I believe we have received all discovery. I've tendered a discovery acknowledgement to the courts. And I believe the client wanted to address the court, but he formally rejects the offer.
All right, so do you want a jury trial or a bench trial?
Ma'am, look, I feel like I'm being coerced into something that
No, here's the thing. Let me explain the process to you. And I want you to hear me and internalize what I'm saying. So anytime somebody is charged with a criminal offense, once it works its way to the DA's office, they'll review it. They may take it to the grand jury. Once a grand jury indicts a case, which doesn't mean anything, it doesn't mean you're guilty. It's just telling what you're charged with. It gets assigned to a court. And then you get assigned an attorney, and you're probably assigned an attorney before it's even indicted. Then your attorney will make sure that they have all of the discovery. So what is the discovery? The discovery is usually everything that the state says they have in order to prove that you committed this offense beyond a reasonable doubt. That's the way they look at it. That's the way they say, yep, we have enough evidence. In this court, I take it a step further. Once your attorney has told me that they've received all of the discovery, I make sure that the state tenders an offer. Now, the state's offer can be whatever they think whatever they want it to be. They're supposed to be seeking justice. That's what it says in the code. So whatever they offer you, that's what they're offering you. Your attorney will present that offer to you. You can say, I'm not accepting that, which is called a rejection. Or either you can say, I want to accept this, but I will accept this. And then that's called a counter offer. Your attorney is ethically required to give that counter offer to the state. And the state can either say, nope, we're not doing that. The only thing we're offering you is what we previously offered you. Then you have a choice to make. Your choice is either you're going to accept that offer, or either you're going to go to trial or not. Either you're going to do a jury trial or a bench trial. So railroading, whatever you feel railroading is, if you feel railroading is the state is not making an offer that you find acceptable, then to you, that's railroading. But they make their offer, and then once they make their offer, you have choices to make. So if you want a jury trial, and this court will give you a jury trial. If you want a bench trial, a lot of people think that they get to determine, yeah, I want a bench trial, therefore I get one. But the state has to agree also and say, it's okay for you to have a bench trial. What a bench trial is that I or the judge who's sitting here, we're here, whatever evidence is presented, and make a decision on whether you're guilty or not guilty. Jury trial, there'll be 12 people sitting in the box, 12 random people, right? They'll sit in the box. The state will present their evidence to that jury, or either to the court if it's a bench trial. They'll do that by calling witnesses. Witnesses will come and testify. Hypothetically, and normally, this is what usually happens. The state has to prove that it happened in Bexar County, because if it didn't happen in Bexar County, then I don't have any jurisdiction. They usually have to prove an on or about date, and they do on or about dates, so you'll know we're talking about on or about this date. This is when we're saying it happened. If it's a robbery, guess what? Complainant will come in and complainant will say certain items of value were taken from me without my consent, which means I didn't give this person permission to take my things. This person took my things. And usually a robbery involves some type of physical force. You know, if somebody is walking around with a purse and you snatch their purse, maybe that's a theft of a person, but it could potentially also be a robbery. It just depends on the way it's charged. So that's what the state has approved if it's a robbery case. If it were a drug case, they would have to bring in a chemist to say, yes, these are drugs and these are illegal substances. And then somebody would have to prove that you're the person who possessed the drugs or had care, custody, and control of it. So that's where we are. So if you are not going to come to an agreement with the state, then your next setting is going to be a jury trial date. And you will be brought over dressed in whatever clothing you have at the jail. If you wish to be brought in any other civilian clothing other than what you have at the jail, you'll need to sign a release so clothing can be brought to you. So do you want a jury trial or a bench trial, or are you reaching an agreement with the state?
A reason why I don't wanna take what the state is offering me because it's, I don't think prison is.
Here's the
I
thing.
would recommend
Let me just tell you, whatever the state is offering you, I'm not involved in what their offer is. But what I can tell you is, if you look over in that box, I guarantee you, nobody in that box will raise their hand and say that they think prison is right for them. I've had people, when I was a defense attorney and when I was a prosecutor, they would be charged with murder. They were like, prison's not the place for me. Nobody thinks prison is the place for them. You may once every 200 cases have somebody who'll say, yeah, I deserve to go to prison for this. But normally people don't say that. So I don't need to hear about your negotiations with the state because ethically, I'm not supposed to hear about that.
They're not even trying to hear me.
Hmm?
He's not even trying to hear me. That's why I wanted to dismiss.
Okay, so state, who's the state on this case with Jacob?
I confer with Jason.
All right, Jason. All right, Mr. Andrade is informing the court that he wants a dismissal. Are you going to dismiss this case?
No, I'm not saying to dismiss the case.
All right, so he wants something other than what you're offering him. Are you intending to offer something other than what you've already offered?
Is this the case that we discussed? Okay, yes, so thanks. But after conferring, no, Judge, that's the offer.
All right, so he's saying he's not going to change the offer that he has made.
In fact, Judge, just sorry to interrupt you.
No,
Judge.
no.
That would be today only offer since
All
would
right,
be
And
changing.
that's how I feel in trap. Like,
all right.
I feel like I got an ultimatum. I feel like if I hire another lawyer, I have a better chance to, get a drug program because the whole reason why I'm not running from what I did. I
wouldn't seek further, but don't admit any guilt. Just please don't say something. Your Honor, we were here on a prior setting earlier this week. He had some time to think about this. I know Jason is leaving.
So today is the day you make your decision. If you don't want to accept the offer, then it's going to jury trial or either bench trial. So you can sit in the box and then I'll bring you back up at 10:30. And you need to let the court know whether you're accepting, if you've reached an agreement or whether you're going to jury trial. Those are your options. All right, thank you.